Good morning. How are you? Have you had your breakfast yet? Coffee? Are you all set to go? Good morning, everybody. I am in my beauty room today working on the floor. So, and I'm reading Clown in a Cornfield 3 as well. I'm blasting through the last part of that because I am going to be on Amy McCaw's channel later today, 12:30 Mountain. I think it's 7:30 for her over in the UK, to talk about Clown in a Cornfield 3. So I'm really, really enjoying it so far. Yeah, let me know what you guys are up to. Good morning, M. And Cobwebs is here, all of my normal Sunday morning peeps. Yeah, so just kind of a chill Sunday morning. If you guys saw over on my Instagram yesterday, I was painting yesterday and my whole body hurts, I have to say. But the living room looks great. Um, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out and that kind of gray color that's on the walls. So there is over on my stories, there's a picture of my living room with how it's looking. So kind of like every Saturday, I'm going to do a little bit here and there until I have the whole place painted. So, but painting is expensive. Let's just talk about that too. It's not cheap. And then on Wednesday, we are having the crew come in to do the install for our wood stove. So that's also in our living room, like off in the corner. And I'm so excited now that it's painted and we have the hearth done. The guys came in last week and put up the back, like the stone of the hearth. So we're all set. We're all set to go. Hello, Christine. Good morning. Let me know how your guys' spooky season is going too. Um, really, I'm kind of blown away actually that we're going into October. It's kind of mind blowing to me. I don't know about you guys, but September just kind of flew by. It was like it didn't even exist. Amanda's here. Good morning. Yes, hope everyone's autumn is off to a great start. I know a lot of people still have a lot of hot weather, or is it hot where you guys are? Here in Alberta, we've had like a really warm fall so far. It's been quite just put that down. It's been quite warm. But it's really nice because like overnight and in the mornings it's quite chilly. So fall is definitely rolling in. So super, super happy to be getting um that wood stove put in. Really, really super excited. And Matt's super excited about it too. So yeah, let me know what you guys are reading, what you guys are working on. I know we usually have a little bit of a mishmash of things that people are doing Sunday mornings. Like I said, I'm going to be folding laundry um, because the floor drobe has gotten to a ridiculous level. And reading Clown in a Cornfield 3. Adding the finishing touches to Halloween-a-thon vlog, excellent, and reading. Anybody else doing Halloween-a-thon? I know a lot of us are. It's still reaching upper 80s. Oh, that is warm, man. We're in the low to mid 60s at night in the mornings. Yeah, so kind of the same thing that we're experiencing. I mean, we're nowhere near in the 80s. Like we're in the high teens to low 20s Celsius, of course. But it's getting cooler at night, and I know the week coming up, it's going to be down to like 1 or 2 degrees overnight with frost warnings. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I'm not going to lie. Meet a writing deadline, but at least I have a fall themed candle. I mean, you can't beat a good fall themed candle, especially when you're, trying to get those creative juices flowing. I know when I'm writing, anytime that I'm writing, I always like to have like a specific kind of relaxing ambiance around me. Still rather warm, but the hot, I think, has been quelled. And I think that's kind of the same thing that we're experiencing here. We had quite a hot summer. Like we were up into the 30s for most of the summer, which is for you guys is like the mid 80s, which is quite hot for here. So I'm really, really super glad that we're out of that as well. The vlog sounds awesome. I'm gonna start doing my vlogs too coming up in October. Matt and I have a few events that we're going to in October. There's a vampire circus, there's Scream Fest, there's a few different things. We kind of had to, and I've said this before, we've kind of had to keep spooky season on the down low a little bit just because with the renovations and stuff that we're doing, it's quite expensive. So spooky season has kind of been on the down low, but I'm really excited to put some pumpkins on my new hearth. I think that's going to be super cute. Continuing current Halloween-a-thon read, Arkham Woods. That one's new to me. Haven't heard of that one before. Editing Halloween-a-thon 1 vlog. Everybody's got their vlogs going and doing the reading. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm so glad you guys are taking part in Halloween-a-thon. I'm not hosting at all with the guys this year. I've just kind of taken a step back to try to get my reading and everything under control, but I'm taking part in Halloween-a-thon as well, so I'm super excited. Starting week 2 reading, So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I haven't read any Rachel Harrison yet. I've heard so many good things about her books, but I haven't read anything by her, so I need to hop into that. Cultural cobwebs, what are you writing about? Yes, let us know what your whip is all about. Is it a book, short story, podcast? Let us know. Yes, I can't wait to see everybody's vlogs. Vlogs are always so much fun. I'm always think I'm terrible at vlogging. And then I have like all these clips and I try to start putting them together and then I get really discouraged and don't put it up. That's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit of a mental block for me. I don't know why I'm experiencing that right now. But definitely want to get into some more vlogging during October. Can't wait to see everything when it's finished. It looks so good. Even like we got up this morning and now that all the paint is dry and everything, um, it's I really nailed it with the color, I think. Today it's coded LGBT horror films from the 30s to 50s. Oh, I'm lost in a sea of research at the moment, so trying to make sense of the chaos. Yeah, I understand that, but it sounds amazing. Yeah, everybody's showing love for each other. Sounds interesting. Yeah, it really, really does. Cobwebs. I've been doing Halloween-a-thon, plan on watching Hocus Pocus later today. Sunday is usually like one of those sort of comfort movie days for me too. I haven't watched Hocus Pocus yet this year. I also, which is really weird for me, I also haven't watched Halloween Town this year. And that's usually the movie that kicks off like spooky season for me. And I think it's just because the house is kind of in chaos with the renovations and stuff. But I also have to watch Halloween Town, but Hocus Pocus is always a perfect pick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's just kind of a mental block. And I think I have to stop comparing myself to other people too, because some people are just really, really good at vlogging and they're so aesthetic and they have the perfect shots and everything. So I feel like I'm just not living up to it. But I know I have to stop comparing myself to other people for sure. Hope it comes together. Yes, I'm absolutely positive it will for you. Reading Rachel Harrison is like sitting down with an old friend. I describe her books as cozy feminist horror. I really have to get on it. I really do. Anything that has cozy vibes is all about what I'm all about lately. After I'm done reading my current books that I have on the go, I really want to jump into one of those like cozy sort of Halloween themed books. Like I think there's one that I have on my Kindle now. It's called Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant. Those types of books. Another one that I read a couple of years ago was Candy Coated Murder. That one was really cute. I've been all about like I've been craving that cozy lately, so maybe I'll have to throw in some Rachel Harrison as well. The comparison game is a killer. My editing skills are not the best, but I love vlogs anyway. And I mean, it's one of those things, you kind of have to get over yourself. And I mean, people are going to watch and people are going to love it and just to see what you're doing and everything. So I kind of have to get out of my head a little bit. I've been in my head a lot this year. Like 2024 has been a wild year for me, just mentally. And I'm trying to work on that. So I'm a slap shit together and hope for the best vlogger. I need to channel you a little bit, Em, I think. Absolutely. Also my style. I always think I'm far too boring to vlog, and, I have the same feeling too, and then I put up my vlogs and, like, people say that they enjoy them and stuff, so I kinda have to get over myself, get out of my head a little bit. If you decide to read Rachel Harrison, I recommend starting with Cackle. I think I have that one on my Audible. I've heard so much about it. It's the ultimate cozy and witchy vibes. I'm gonna have to do that. Coming up here, I'm reading Slewfoot, because I said this on my spooky season reads that Jackie from the Jersey Ghouls podcast told me if I didn't read Slewfoot this year, that she's going to cancel me, because I've said like 8 times that I'm going to read it and I never ever do. So maybe that's a perfect kind of witchy sort of accompaniment, but on the cozy side rather than the creepy, evil witch side. I love your vlogs. I adore your vlogs too. Jen is just, I love you so much. You're just always give the best compliments and make me feel better about myself. And I'm sure you help other people feel better about themselves too, as I'm sitting here with half wet hair and trying to get it to dry freshly out of the shower. Can we talk about hair loss as a woman in my 40s right now? My hair is thinning like crazy. Is anybody else experiencing this? Right in the front here, I have a huge section that's thinning. So I've been trying not to tie it up so much and have it pull. And I'm also starting Rogaine. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works and I don't lose any more. At least hopefully it'll help with, retaining what I have. I so appreciate your channel. All your content feels so authentic and I enjoy it so much. And, I think for the most part, like our little corner of BookTube, we're all very authentic people. Like it's not a put on. We don't do the influencer thing, so, and I really try to be like that as well. Not putting on like a fake persona, like this is me, even though my name is fake. My name is fake, everybody. Elizabeth is my middle name. And Sagewood is one that I made up. So I don't use my real name online. Surprise, if nobody knew that. But other than that, like this is me. It's totally authentic. And I think a lot of us are that way as well. And that's why we get along so well. Especially listening to them as I craft or journal. I like listening to vlogs when I'm like coloring or organizing the library and stuff like that too. Cackle is Monster Squad member Amy Noel reads. I looked at her recommendation. I can't remember seeing it on there, but maybe it is. Oh, if I can get points for that, that would be even better. My hair, yeah, like up here, like this section. It's crazy how much I've lost. It's insane. So I'm hoping that not tying it up will help. Oh, a woman in their 40s. I love you so much, Jen. I'm so glad to have you as part of the BookTube community. Yes. So my doctor did have my thyroid, like my hormones, iron, like all those normal things that, hopefully if I took a supplement, it would get better, but it's not that. I think number one is my mental health. So she's like, make sure you keep your stress levels under control. Like I am bipolar and I have ADHD and I struggle with a few things. So there's that. And then probably tying it back doesn't help because I tend to have my hair, especially at work. Some of my colleagues call it my bitch bun because it's just so tight and I'm just marching around just giving orders. So I've tried to leave it down a little bit. Or, if I tie it up, it's only 1 or 2 days a week and try not to have it so tight. So we'll see how it works. And hopefully I can retain what I have. Not wearing ponytails really helped me. I've heard it really does because it's that traction alopecia, they call it. Definitely gone shorter and shorter over the last year because my my hair hurts too, like my scalp, like after I take my hair down, like it's sore. Um, I know, the whole perimenopause thing is it's a whole thing. Uh, yeah, my bitch bun. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm a project manager. I work in print marketing, so high stress, keeping things in line and trying to meet deadlines and get it out the door and make sure my account director is happy and our clients are happy and everything. So I'm trying to keep my stress in check. Um, and just once you have those mental health diagnoses, a lot of the times people will tell you make sure to keep your mental health in check, um, and not let things get out of control. Yeah, stress, like between my stomach and my hair, that's kind of my two areas that I feel it the most. Now I wanna grow out my pixie cut just so I can have a bitch bun. Jen, if anybody deserves to have a bitch bun, it's you. Yes, we actually, we do have a menopause, or, I think that the group is called Fuck Hormones. We have it on Instagram, and it's a bunch of us women booktubers that, we just, if we're going through anything, we can just kind of vent about it, and it's a support group. I think we were on a live one day. I can't remember if it was on my channel or somebody else's, and we actually put the group together. So if anybody wants to be added, just let me know. Oh, and it's one of those things, it's like you have these weird symptoms and you don't know what they are. And it's like, am I literally going crazy? And it's like, no, no, I'm just a woman in my 40s. It's a whole thing. Hello, good morning. Love this group. I just turned 40. Oh, happy birthday. And I can definitely relate to some of these things, and the four I love being in my 40s. I really do. I'm very much in my I don't give a hoot what anybody thinks, but dealing with the hormones and everything, once you hit 40, you just start going downhill. Uh, we normal. It is. And I think the biggest thing is not to hide away about it and to just vent and share and help support each other going through this, because it's rough sometimes. Okay, we're 20 minutes in. I'm going to bring up the kitty. I'm reading Clown in a Cornfield 3 and doing my Flurdrobe. So I hope everybody has a good sprint. We're going to go for 45, 45, 30. And I will see you guys on the other side. So true about being in your 40s. The lack of giving is, oh my God, really? Like, let's talk about that, because I just don't give a crap anymore. All right, we're starting the kitty. Have a good sprint, you guys, and I'll see you on the other side. Hey, everybody. I apparently missed the kitty. I don't know how that happened. Apparently, I was engrossed in my book. So I do apologize. Um, it was actually a really, really good part. I don't know if anybody else has read Clan on a Cornfield 3, but it's just complete mayhem. So I was kind of caught up in there a little bit. Okay, so we were talking about menopause and being in our 40s. It's very freeing, Christine says, about just not giving a crap anymore. Oh, Bad is here. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, the best attitude about not giving a poop about what anybody thinks. That's me right now. I think that's a lot of us right now. Getting a Dunkin' coffee. Oh, I had my latte this morning already. Matthew made it for me, but I'm kind of in the mood to get another coffee here pretty soon, I think. We had my parents over last night for spooky charcuterie, and they brought like this lemon raspberry cake. So I may get some of that here pretty soon. Make Vamptember wrap up. Yes, my Vamptember wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but I did watch a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna have to do like watching wrap up, I guess. Hi, Bad. Oh, hey, Jackie. So glad you're here. I was wondering if you were going to make it this morning. Um, I was anybody who was going to sign on to Sprints Thursday evening because I had scheduled them and then I had to cancel it last minute because I was in a course this week and my because it was like the final assessment, my course ran late and then I ended up getting stuck in 3 accidents on the way home. It took me an hour and a half to get home. It was awful. So I was like in the car canceling sprints because like I just wasn't going to make it. And I had a massive headache by the time I got home. So sorry to anybody who was going to sign on um, to sprints on Thursday. Jackie is deep cleaning the kitchen. Well, I kind of have to do that too, but I've been putting it off. I'm not going to lie. Hope to be all done so I can join sprints. I'm about halfway through Fresh Hell. Oh, it was so good. You know, when you get to the end of Fresh Hell, it's just gonna pull on your heartstrings. It's so, so good. Has anybody read the Autumn Crow audiobook yet? We finally do have it here in Canada. I was so upset when Cameron first announced that Autumn Crow was going to be made into an audiobook. Of course, I signed into my Audible because I wanted to download it right away. And for whatever reason, it wasn't available in Canada until a little while later. So I do have to listen to it, but just curious if anybody else is listening to listen to the Autumn Crow audiobook because I think it will be a spooky good time. Hubby is slow smoking a brisket, just chilling in my sweatpants and my weekend chill shirt. I mean, it sounds good to me. That sounds excellent to me. We actually Friday night, this week was really, really harsh. Like I said, I was in a course and we also had a bunch of stuff going on at work. So I was trying to multitask. And my husband and I actually ordered from a barbecue place here where I live, and he always gets the sliced brisket sandwich. Brisket is just amazing. Good morning to Jackie. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? So you do you get the Truth and Reconciliation Day? So September 30th here in Canada. Um, some people get it, some people don't. The Truth and Reconciliation holiday. I don't get it. So tomorrow is actually like Orange Shirt Day. For anybody who doesn't know, it's kind of like a remembrance day for Canadian Indigenous people and to remember what happened in the residential schools and stuff like that. So some people get it as an actual holiday, like a day off, and some people don't. I don't. Obviously, you do. Um, oh, it's like the 40 plus club around here. So glad to be with the 40 plus crew. Yes, absolutely. And happy birthday. Good morning, Edie. Bad. That sounds like an amazing Sunday. I'm a little bit jealous, but I have to say, like after the the live show that I'm doing with Amy, I'm probably going to be chilling out too in well, I'm already in my sweats. I haven't really changed out of my pajamas yet. Good morning, Harry. Welcome. If you'd like to join in, we're just doing some reading sprints here. So we're going to hop into the second reading sprint here pretty soon. It's a cozy cooking day. It must smell so good at your place with smoking the brisket. I still need to read the first one. Yeah. Hello. More coffee is always a good idea. Yeah, Saturday nights has really become like our spooky charcuterie night um, around here. Sometimes we have other things, but it's usually charcuterie board. Oh, there goes my computer. Usually charcuterie board, and we had like some coconut shrimp, and my husband just put together a whole thing. It was fantastic. Would you recommend Clown in a Cornfield 3? Love the first, hated the hated the second. You know, the second was okay for me, but I have to say, the third one, so if you have time to hop on, well, maybe not because there's going to be spoilers. Don't hop on the book discussion if you haven't read it. But the third is Complete Mayhem. So I've got a couple of hours left. I've actually sped it up a little bit. But I'm really enjoying it. It's complete mayhem. It's totally off the wall. And I think it's kind of keeping me interested because I'm like, what the heck, like, where the heck is this going to go? It's a little bit all over the place, but it's really, really good. And I think it's well written. And the ideas that Adam had behind it are fantastic. So I would definitely, even if you didn't like the second one, I would give the third one a go. And good morning, Bad. I'm way behind on the chat here. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, I can do a spooky charcuterie board video and show you guys what we usually put on it and invite you along to like our date night. Maybe I can do that as part of like my Halloween videos. If there's anybody else interested in that, let me know for sure. Yeah, I have to do some deep cleaning too. I'm almost on half a mind to ask my mom if she wants to come do it, and I'll pay her to do it because I just really, really don't want to do it. Just got Autumn Crow. So have you read Autumn Crow before, Jen? I'm assuming not if you've just gotten it, but if you haven't, like, please, please read it this October. It's so good. Oh, you're making me hungry. Yes, happy birthday to Matt. Happy 40th. And welcome to the 40 plus club and all of the wonderful health problems that it brings. My school district where I live is taking part in Orange Shirt Day. I only knew about it from my Canadian husband. Oh, your husband is Canadian. If you don't mind letting me know where he's from, that would be awesome. So glad to see it spoken about in the States. Yes, absolutely. It's really super important. It's just excuse me, it's unfortunate. Some of us don't get the holiday. I didn't. Oh, so Bad didn't like So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. Very disappointed. So I'm looking forward to reading it and just seeing what it's all about and seeing what my thoughts are. Oh, it's getting cold out east. So Matthew is on the other side of Canada, in my hometown actually. So it's getting cool out there. Had to break down and turn on my heat. I've only read the first Clown in a Cornfield, but own the second. I would definitely recommend continuing with the series. I didn't love the first one. I thought it was okay, but I really enjoy the arc of how the story is kind of taking off. And I think for me, I think it's the kills. I find really the kills are really good. And I really enjoy the character of Quinn, the main character of Quinn. So I would definitely recommend, if you haven't read the second and third, to keep going if you do like the story. Spooky charcuterie video. Excellent. So we will do that for sure. First time reading Autumn Crow. With your background, Jen, and your master's in English, I would like to see what you think of Cameron's writing and, you know, kind of the emotional stuff that he has in there. If you read between the lines, he's really quite talented. My mom is a retired school teacher, and she absolutely loves Autumn Crow. Oh, Kamloops, but originally from Williams Lake, so I'm in Alberta, and Kamloops is west of me. You're in for a treat, Jen. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Have you seen Thelma and Louise? So thirsty. I have not seen Thelma and Louise, which is such a classic. I've never personally seen it, so maybe I'll have to read the book and then watch the movie. Okay, we are caught up on comments. Yeah, I'm so excited for you to read Autumn Crow. My mom absolutely fell in love with Cameron, both with his writing and just because he's a sweet person. And he actually sent her a copy of Fresh Hell that's like inscribed to her, and she almost died. She thought it was so cute, and he is very cute, and very sweet. So can't wait to hear your thoughts on Autumn Crow. My one of my favorite stories in there is Burnt Brownies. It's towards the beginning, and there's another story in there called Crypt TV, and those are my two favorites. So I always read a selection of stories out of Autumn Crow every Halloween. Like, I don't read the whole book from beginning to end, but I do read my favorite stories. Yes, she is absolutely a Cameron fangirl. She doesn't miss a video. She absolutely loves him. Uh, CRT, yes, absolutely. Um, those are both so good. Okay, so we're gonna hop into second sprint. I can't wait to get in back into Clown in a Cornfield. I'll try not to miss the cutoff this time of the 45 minutes, but we'll see how everything goes. So I'll see you guys on the other side of sprints. We're gonna bring up the kitty and we're gonna get going here. Have a good sprint, you guys. How did everybody make out with their sprint? I have maybe 40 minutes or so of Clown in a Cornfield 3 left. So I'll definitely be finished up and ready to go for Amy's show. Um, it always makes my husband super anxious when I leave things to the last minute. And then I'm walking around the house with my audiobook on like 2.5 times speed to try to get everything read. I really enjoyed this one though. I'll let you guys know my thoughts in Amy's show. There was both good and bad. I think I'm shooting for about, kind of depending on how it ends, I'm shooting for about a 3 to 3.5 star. It was enjoyable. I'd actually really like to see these books made into movies. I think they would make great slashers. Um, and you can do kind of, just like your normal level of slasher movie, or you could make it extreme. Either or. So yeah, I'm shooting about 3 to 3.5 star for this one. And can I just say, I'm just glad to be reading and actually finishing books again. This has only been in the last few weeks that I've kind of gotten back into my reading. So I'm really, really happy that I kind of have the mental capacity to be able to read my books again. Crypt TV is awesome. So before the break, we were talking about Autumn Crow, and I love that story. I read it every single year. Hope to get to Autumn Crow soon. I'm surprised you haven't read it yet, Em. I'm hoping you can read it this October and we can talk about it because it's amazing. Cameron did such an amazing job with that book. Cobwebs is off to the acupuncturist. Thanks for sprints. Hope you have a great show. And it's always fun being on Amy's channel. I really love being over there with her. It's such a welcoming environment. She's such a great person and she's a great writer too. I still have to read the new Mina book. I feel really, really bad that I haven't read it yet. So many books, so little time. So I want to get to that one before the end of the year. I think that might be one of my videos that's going to be coming up soon is books that I would like to get to before the end of the year. I did way bring down my Goodreads goal because I had planned on reading 100 books this year. And I probably since April, I'm thinking April to May, I've barely read anything, you guys. It's been really, really bad. So I brought my goal down, which I'm totally fine with. So there are books that I would like to get to before the end of the year. So I'll probably make a video on that. Edie finished Arkham Woods. Let us know how you thought of it. I hope it was good for you. Ate lunch, saw my daughter off to volunteer at our town's. Oh, volunteering at the Harvest Festival. It sounds like one of those like spooky, cozy sort of books, like the one that I was just talking about, the Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant. It sounds so much like that. That's adorable. Read a tiny bit. A tiny bit is better than nothing. Sorry, try to keep up here with these comments. Went well. I'm reading Hunted, the first book in the trilogy by Damien Dawes. It's good. Excellent. Hosted a panel with Adam Caesar last year, and he hinted that, oh, did he? I think I heard somewhere along the way that there might be a movie, like just kind of rumblings, but I wasn't sure if there would be or not. I think it would be a great slasher. Glad you're getting out of the slump. Oh my god. And it's just one of those things because, being a booktuber, and then you get in a slump yourself, and then you're not really talking about the things that you want to talk about, like recent reads and TBRs or piles of possibilities or whatever. Then you feel bad about not doing wrap ups. And it's just a whole cycle. And I know, like we talked about earlier about being authentic, but everybody gets in slumps. Everybody goes through it. You're dealing with things. We're dealing with getting older and in new seasons of our lives and all of this kind of stuff and mental health and adult jobs and all the things. And you have to try to balance it, right? So it happens, but I'm really, really happy I'm getting out of it too. Got Autumn Crow ready to start next week. Oh, I really hope everybody that hasn't gotten to Autumn Crow yet really enjoys it for their spooky season. I almost wish like I could read it for the first time again. It's just so fantastic. Amanda's reading a 90s YA called Squashed by Joan Bauer, 100 pages. Let us know how that is. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for that for my vintage collection for sure. It's been a slow I've been talking to a bunch of, fellow booktubers that said that this year specifically, I don't know, maybe there's a planet that's a little too far to the left or something, um, that, a lot of people have been struggling with their reading this year, so it's not just me, so I feel kind of comforted in that. Arkham Woods was okay. It was a fun 3-star, excellent. Another one that I just finished last night on my Kindle, because usually when I'm reading and I'm really like into the reading groove, I always have a physical book, an audiobook, and a Kindle book on the go at the same time. So I finished sorry, bring up my Goodreads here. I finished The Lonely Ghost. It's a like a middle grade spooky kind of ghost story, by Mike Ford, and I really enjoyed it. And it's the cover on it is super cute too. This girl like reaching out from the mirror, and I thought it was really well written. It had a great storyline, and it kept me interested. So I finished that one last night. I was really happy with it. So if you're looking for like a spooky for this time of year, and you like middle grade, I would highly recommend The Lonely Ghost by Mike Ford. If all the stars and planets could align, that would be yeah, I'm feeling you. That would be perfect. I know so many of us are struggling this year. Yeah, it's really cute. I don't think I have it in my collection, like in physical copy. I got this one on my Kindle. I believe it's on Everand as well. I can check during the next sprint, but it's really super cute. So if anybody has baby bats at home and they like that kind of middle grade spooky kind of book, I would highly recommend it for that, or people who are young at heart, of course, like I am. I want to read a couple more of the Creepover books before the end of the year. You guys know how much I love the Creepover series, and I'm filming a new book haul. It's very mini by my standards, of books that I've picked up over the past couple of weeks, probably over the past month or so. Like I said, it's been kind of on the DL a little bit with spending because of the renovations that we're doing. But yeah, middle grade things like Creepover just it helps to break me out of that stupid slump that I've been in. I want to read at least one Creepover book a month. What should you start with? Um, One of my favorites was called The Show Must Go On. It's towards the beginning of the series. I think it's like book 3 or 4. And I just really enjoy it because it doesn't have I'm not gonna give anything away. Just read that one. And there's another one towards the beginning of the series that's like the next door neighbors, or the kids next door, or something like that. And that one's really good too. Squashed is really cute so far. It's about a girl growing a pumpkin patch for a harvest fair competition, but there's also themes of self-esteem and grief. That sounds so cute. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, I love all of this talk about fall fairs and festivals and stuff like that. We're starting to have them happening around where I am too. So maybe we'll head out to a pumpkin patch or like a corn maze or something for spooky season. I'm hoping that we get nice weather. Like, I don't want it to be super hot. Like, I want it to be like fall. We don't get a fall here hardly ever. It's very rare that we get a fall. Usually it's like summer temperatures into snow. And we always get snow in October here in good old Alberta. We're right in the Rocky Mountains. So yeah, unfortunately we don't get much of a fall, but I'm really hoping we do get one this year so I can really feel all of those vibes and start going to some of the festivals. It'd be super cute. ED says I need to check out the Creepover books. You guys know, like, I haven't shut up about them since I started reading them a few years ago. They're so cute, so I'd highly recommend it. Love a good book haul. Yeah, like I said, this one is mini, but there were some treasures that I found in there. Really super happy about it, and I'm probably going to watch a movie and do some destickering a little bit later on today and get them ready to go up into the shelves. I do have to do my library, like a revised library tour, to show you guys how I have everything organized. So I got to do that too. So lots of videos in mind. I've missed a couple of weeks. Last weekend, I actually worked my adult job on Sunday, which was super annoying. And the weekend before, I forget what was going on. There was something that interfered with actually shooting a video. So definitely looking to have some fun shooting a book haul today. So M is writing those two down. Yeah, anything that's towards like the 4 or 5 on the creepometer on the back of the book, they're super, super good. Yeah. There's been more than once that it's been Thanksgiving weekend here, which is usually the second Monday in October, here in Canada, that it's been super, super cold. And of course, for Halloween, it's super cute, but it's super annoying too. Like all the kids, they want to dress up for Halloween and stuff, but they end up putting their snowsuits on over it. So that you just get a snowsuit, snowsuit after snowsuit coming to your door for candy. So hopefully we have a good year this year. It was nice last year. It was actually really good last year. As much as I love snow, I'd be sad. Yeah, my chilly, crunchy October. Absolutely. So we'll see how this year goes. Hopefully we have a nice fall. Snow is only fun around Christmas, then I'm over it, and, like, it gets so cold here, like, I don't even mind snow all that much. It's when it gets down to, like, the minus 40s, minus 50, it's cold. It's real cold, and when you walk outside, like, your lungs immediately freeze, you start coughing because it's so cold, your nose freezes, so it's really super annoying, and, like, to go from winter, basically from October to April, May, like, it's a long time with cold temperatures. Not a fan I'm not a fan of it either. Thought Michigan was cold. Yeah, I know you guys get it pretty bad down there too, but the wind chill temperatures here is what does it to us. Yeah, so good old Alberta. I wish I could move out west where it wasn't, as extreme with the temperatures, but just with the cost of living and everything out there, it's just not possible. So, okay, so I'm going to adjust the kitty. We're gonna go for 30 minutes. I'm almost done with Clown in a Cornfield 3. We're gonna set her up, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it on the other side. So I hope you have a good last sprint. This is the last one we're going for, and then I'll see you guys on the other side. How did everybody make out their sprint? I have not finished Clown in a Cornfield yet. I've got 13 minutes left, and I've got it on about 2.5 times speed, so I can get it finished. But enjoyed it so far. There's something that's kind of being alluded to that I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but we'll see in the last couple of minutes. So I'm going to finish up with you guys, have a little chat, and then I'm going to get some lunch, and then I'm going to be on with Amy on Amy's channel. It's 12:30 Mountain Time. So if you have read Clown in a Cornfield 3, of course, the book discussions over there are spoiler full. So if you haven't read it, don't come over there. So, or if you haven't read it and are planning to read it, I guess I should say. And Angela's here. Hello. Yeah, we're just finishing up the last sprint. But I hope you enjoyed your walk. Fountains Abbey. I'm gonna have to look that up because it doesn't sound familiar to me, but it's whatever it is, it sounds absolutely beautiful. Cleaned about the amount of tissues I found around the house blows my mind. Big family problems. Yes, you do have a big family, Em. I know Matthew was downstairs cleaning and doing a little bit of food prep. He made me brownies. So the whole house smells like chocolate right now. He usually makes me brownies on the weekend, and I had my pancakes and bacon and a latte and everything this morning. So he's being as cute as ever. Barely started. Oh, Angelica Frankenstein makes her match. I that one's completely new to me. I know they had Lisa Frankenstein that came out. No, not Lisa Frankenstein. Was it The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein that came out a few years ago, about 10 years ago or so. And then they had Lisa Frankenstein, of course, which I really enjoyed. I watched it earlier this year. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really super cute. It's like a horror comedy, and Matt and I really like horror comedies. So um, I would highly recommend that. Yes, he makes them super, super gooey. So he like undercooks them a little bit, and they're fantastic. And he just wraps them up individually and puts them in the freezer. So we can pull one out during the week if we want one with a coffee or something. He's really super cute, and he adds walnuts to them as well. Clown in a Cornfield is still on my massive TBR, so I'll avoid the spoiler chat. Yes, definitely avoid the spoiler chat if you're looking to reading it. It's a good slasher, I have to say. I mean, not my favorite. It's kind of like the whole series. I'd say I'd put it at about a 3 star. But I mean, the kills are good. It keeps me interested, so it's not all bad. I do enjoy it. So yes, brownies. He usually, if you've ever watched any of my videos, and I have my triple shot iced latte that he makes with oat milk for me, and he'll heat up a brownie in the microwave and bring it to the couch so I can read my book and just munch away and get all fat. So he's super, super cute. Yes, yeah, I really enjoyed it. The only thing I think was it could have been a little bit shorter. That was my only complaint about that movie, but it was super, super cute. I thought it was really, really well done. I have The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein, but haven't read it. Haven't seen Lisa Frankenstein either. I didn't read Elizabeth Frankenstein. Is it Kirsten White that wrote it? And I know I read a couple of her other books, and I didn't really enjoy them, and I didn't really enjoy her writing. So, I just skipped over it. But I highly recommend Lisa Frankenstein for sure. Elizabeth, I can't remember if you ever make reading journals. I just started one for Halloween-a-thon. Um, so I don't know if any of you have ever heard about the adage or like the symptom of people with ADHD that we always start new journals or new notebooks or whatever because we think it's going to change our lives, and then we just abandon it. And that's absolutely me. I have tried journaling before a couple of different ways, a couple of different kinds of books and stuff like that, and I always just end up abandoning it. I think I have an idea though for next year, starting next year. Um, and I might try this method. We'll see how it goes. I might abandon that too, but I've tried journaling. I just never stick to it, unfortunately. Freezing brownies is a clever idea. It would help me. Well, and that's exactly the thing, right? Um, we do that so that we don't, because it's only the two of us in the house, right? And I'm diabetic, so I have to be careful with how much sugar that I consume. So I try to only have one or two on the weekends, and then we just freeze them, and I might grab one during the week or whatever, but they usually last us a couple of weeks. Just throw them in individually, and then just put it on a plate, throw it in the microwave, and it's just like it came out of the oven. It's fantastic. Yes, I figured you would have read The Dark Descent, Jen. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I didn't like her book Hide at all, but The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein really worked for me. Maybe I'll give it a try. I read her take on like her Buffy sequels and really didn't like them. They really didn't work for me at all. But I might give it a try. I bought a reading journal that is a template and you just fill it in. Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. Um, it's one of those things, it's like I don't like to work within a template, but at the same time, I find that doing like the squares and the boxes and whatever you're doing, it takes a lot of time to put together. So I don't know. I have to try to find something that works with me. Is my biggest thing. And I find that the journals that you get, like the bullet journals and stuff, um, because the spines are so tight, I don't find that they work with me very well, and I find them very small. So I think what I might do is actually get a binder and some of that graph paper that already has the squares already done, and I might try it that way. Um, I know Kelsey uses a binder, and then I can move pages around. I could take pages out if I make a mistake, because if you're doing it in a book that's like perfect bound, and you make a mistake, you have to either rip that page out or glue them together or whatever the case is. So I have to find something that works with my brain. So I'm always open to suggestions. Have several unfinished journals. I have an entire graveyard of notebooks. Different shapes, different sizes, new ones, old ones, cheap ones, expensive ones. Matthew just laughs at me because between the ADHD piles, like my piles of stuff, and the notebook graveyard, I am classic ADHD girl over here. He doesn't give me a hard time. He just kind of, jokes around about it, and we just move on. That's helped me. I've bought the horror reading journal from the Hawk House and love it. Maybe I'll give that one a go. I'll look into that and see if that'll work for me too. Might need to try that. Yeah, templates are great. They work for a lot of people. Love binders. Can we talk about the cost? And I know you would know this. The cost of like school items, like to buy a normal 3-ring binder these days is outrageously expensive. And even just notebooks, like, just coiled notebooks, it's ridiculous. I'm a sucker for buying notebooks and not using okay, between notebooks and, like, sticker regret, I know, like, if you guys were over on my Instagram this morning and you saw that I actually got a really cute little package from Zach at Shadyside Library, and I got all emotional, and I love getting spooky mail. It really warms my heart that somebody thought about me, and he has these cute little, like, reading stickers in there, and I wanna use them, but then I'm afraid to use them because once they're used, then I'm like, I'm not gonna have them perfect anymore. So it's a whole thing. I'm getting better at writing, drawing, and pretty journals rather than being too precious about. Yeah, it's a whole thing. You kinda gotta get over it, like, between the notebooks and the sticker regret. You kinda gotta get over it. Maybe I'll put the stickers on my laptop. That would be a good idea too. I had a few stickers on my old laptop, and they actually come off pretty well, and you just use some Goo Gone just to wipe it off. So expensive, we only buy what we need at this point. It's ridiculous. It's mind-blowing. Like, I was at the store the other day, it was like Walmart, like, not an expensive store or anything, and a normal, like, 3-ring binder, like a fairly thick 3-ring binder is like $6 or $7. Like, why? Why is it so expensive? Recently, I was just going to mention this, that they have like whole sections of binders and stuff at Value Village, which is like a thrift store here. I find a lot of my books there. If I ever needed a binder, that's where I'm heading. And I had the exact same idea because I was like, oh, baskets is another thing that they have there. Like if you want like storage baskets and stuff, to keep things from looking cluttered around your house. Value Village is a good place to go for that as well. Or like down in the States, you guys would have like Goodwill and stuff. Same way with stickers. It's a whole thing. I think a lot of people have sticker regret, and I think a lot of people have the notebook graveyard. I have an entire drawer of partially used notebooks, and every year, every December, I buy myself new ones because I think it's going to change my life, and those end up going in the graveyard too. Just like my piles of clothing or piles of books or piles of whatever that my husband gives me a hard time, but it's a very organized chaos. It's just the way my brain works. I can't help it. I can't change myself. I'm unmedicated, by the way, when it comes to ADHD as well. I do have other meds that kind of help, but not really for that kind of stuff. The monster eating book sticker Zach sent you was really cute. Yes, he's adorable. I love Zach so much. And I promised him a boo box a while ago, and I still haven't sent it. So I'm sending a bunch during spooky season this year. So I really have to get on the ones that picking up the things that I wanted to send to him. I do have a couple of things downstairs that I'm putting in the boo boxes this year. There's going to be less of them. Some people are just getting cards again because of the renovations going on in the house. Those boo boxes are not cheap to put together. And then, of course, international shipping. So I will be sending out some, and Zach is definitely going to get one back because, it's just for anybody to take the time to send me a card or a package or anything. It just means so much. So it is 11 o'clock here, guys. We've been going for 3 hours. I think that's good. I need to go get some lunch. I'm absolutely starving, and I definitely want one of those ooey gooey brownies that my husband made. And then I'm going to put on my makeup and go over on Amy's channel. I haven't been on Amy's channel for a while. So I'm super, super excited to catch up with her. She's super nice. And the last Mina book is definitely one that I need to put in for my end of year reads. So thank you guys so much. There will likely be a video coming out later today, or I will shoot it today and it'll come out tomorrow, either or. So I hope you guys enjoyed the sprints. Happy Sunday and happy reading, all the things. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.